Hello everyone, you are watching Standards Watch, the Bureau of Indian Standards flagship program bringing you the latest on India's quality infrastructure. I am Alka, your host for this edition. In today's rapidly evolving digital age, the consumers have various choices as well as the associated grievances have also been emerging. Consumers need to be made more aware about their rights and responsibilities. This is precisely why the National Consumer Day carries such profound significance. It is a day to honor the power of every individual consumer in the marketplace. Recognizing this, the Department of Consumer Affairs and the Bureau of Indian Standards have been set up. These institutions act as a shield, launching transformative initiatives that empower consumers with the knowledge of their rights and responsibilities. Today, we take a closer look at how these organizations are building a more transparent, secure, and empowered nation. But before that, let's have a glance at quick updates.
BIS with the Department of Consumer Affairs celebrated National Consumer Day 2025 at Bharat Mandapam, New Delhi on 24th December. The event was inaugurated by the Honorable Union Minister of Consumer Affairs, Shri Prahlad Joshi. The event was also graced by the Honorable Minister of State for Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, Shri B.L. Verma, and the Secretary to the Department of Consumer Affairs, Srimati Nidhi Khare. The event featured the release of various new Indian standards for consumer-oriented sectors and the launch of a national quiz to educate citizens on their rights and duties. Additionally, officials flagged off the Upbhokta Jagrukta Yatra to promote fair market practices and consumer awareness across India. The National Consumer Day celebrations were also held pan-India in collaboration with the respective state departments of consumer affairs, which saw the participation of government dignitaries, stakeholders, students, among others, which sensitized participants about consumer rights, responsibilities, and BIS initiatives, BIS Care app, and provisions available for consumers in this regard towards quality and standardization. The BIS library hosted a student delegation from Royal Thimphu College, Bhutan. The visit was aimed at fostering academic exchange, cultural understanding, and strengthening institutional collaboration. The Environment and Ecology Department of BIS organized its first national seminar on carbon dioxide capture, transportation, utilization, and storage. The seminar brought together experts from government, industry, academia, and R&D institutions to discuss opportunities and challenges in CCUS, global best practices, and the pivotal role of standards.
In a marketplace that has shifted from the conventional method of shopping to digital purchasing patterns, the Indian consumer now faces more complex problems, including dark patterns, misleading online frauds, quality issues, substandard products, and fake products, among others. Let's look at how the Department of Consumer Affairs and BIS are thriving for addressing the consumer grievances through their various initiatives and making consumers aware to be vigilant citizens of India.
India celebrates National Consumer Day every year on 24th December, a day that serves as a powerful reminder that in a democracy, the consumer is the ultimate sovereign. This historical day marks the enactment of the Consumer Protection Act of 1986. In the same year, the Bureau of Indian Standards Act 1986 was also enacted to empower the consumers. In India, the Department of Consumer Affairs serves as the nodal agency for the implementation of Consumer Protection Act to safeguard the interests and rights of consumers, ensuring protection against unfair trade practices, fraud and exploitation. As per the growing market trends, evolving technologies, and surge in digital commerce, consumers now face modern threats like dark patterns, The deceptive design tactics intended to trick consumers into making choices they didn't intend to. To address the issue relating to fake products, misleading online frauds, etc., the Department of Consumer Affairs has pioneered high-impact initiatives like e-Jagriti, a state-of-the-art integrated portal designed to provide easy access for filing cases, tracking progress, and receiving judgments. To tackle dark patterns, the Central Consumer Protection Authority was established in 2020. It issues strict guidelines against deceptive practices, forcing e-commerce giants to redesign their interfaces for transparency. The integrated grievance redressal mechanism has been set up, bringing together consumers, government agencies, regulators, and companies on a single platform. Jan Sunwai, or public hearings, have been initiated, allowing consumers to bring their grievances directly to officials in a transparent, face-to-face, effective redressal. The Jago Grahak Jago campaign, as a mass consumer awareness initiative, has evolved into a high-tech multimedia movement, resonating across television, social media, rural radio for consumer awareness. However, protection of consumers is incomplete without the assurance of quality products. This is where the Bureau of Indian Standards play a crucial role. BIS has been established as the National Standards Body of India, operating under the Ministry of Consumer Affairs. Strengthened by the BIS Act 2016, it is ensured that every product meets stringent safety and quality benchmarks. 145 quality control orders have been issued, which has brought 723 products under mandatory certification. With its 35 branch offices spread across India, BIS is fostering the spirit of quality and standardization. For redressal of consumer grievances and issues related to the quality and safety of any product, BIS has put in place the Complaint Management and Enforcement, which deals with BIS Act violations, standard mark misuse, hallmarking issues and grievances via Ingram. Over 4,500 complaints were processed last financial year. BIS also hosts weekly Jan Sunwai video sessions every Wednesday between 2 to 3 p.m. Accessible via the BIS website or Manak online portal for direct interaction with officials. BIS has also developed a one-stop solution for consumers like BIS Care app. This app is easily accessible through smartphones, allowing consumers to instantly verify the authenticity of a purchased product. In case of a fake certification mark or a substandard product, a redressal mechanism to lodge evidence-based complaints and receive real-time updates is also available. So far, there have been more than 11 million downloads of BIS Care app. Consumers can also file complaints through BIS online portal or by mailing at complaints@bis.gov.in. To promote quality culture in India, BIS has taken many steps to bring quality at the grassroots level by engaging over 21,000 engineering students across more than 400 student chapters and more than 10,000 BIS standards clubs in schools, sensitizing more than 350,000 students towards safety and standardization. BIS has also reached 1.3 lakh Gram Panchayats, facilitating the adoption of Indian standards at the grassroots level. The Bureau of Indian Standards, along with the Department of Consumer Affairs, is empowering consumers and instilling a sense of confidence in making India a quality-conscious nation.
We just saw what efforts are undertaken by the Department of Consumer Affairs and BIS towards making consumers more aware and empowered. Now to delve deep into the initiatives of Department of Consumer Affairs on the occasion of National Consumer Day, we have a very special guest, Ms. Nidhi Khare, Secretary to the Department of Consumer Affairs. Let's hear this exclusive conversation.
Namaskar viewers, welcome to Standards Talk. We are extremely honored to have with us today the Secretary, Department of Consumer Affairs, Government of India, Srimati Nidhi Khare. Welcome ma'am to the show.
Thank you for having me here.
To begin with, every year National Consumers Day is celebrated on the December 24th. So what is the significance of this day ma'am?
It is a very historical day because it is on this day that a legislation was carved out specifically to safeguard and protect consumer rights. It is this day that it was passed by Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, and it became a new legislation to basically identify consumer rights and to also provide a speedy redressal for solving consumer grievances.
In the year 2023, the Department of Consumer Affairs issued official notification regarding the regulation of dark patterns, and it was done to curb the deceptive practices on the digital platforms. So how crucial is this ma'am for the consumers?
See, as the trade and commerce have they have evolved, what has happened is that now we have e-commerce on which is playing on a very large scale. The e-commerce entities have employed some algorithmic based ways and means in which they can dupe, they can deceive the consumers, and they can also manipulate its choice. So we were able to identify 13 dark patterns which are very commonly used by e-commerce entities, and some of these are I'm sure all of us are familiar with them. So for example, if there is a false urgency which people normally use, if you go and book tickets for your flight, you'll see randomly but most commonly that they will say that only 2 seats are left. Now this creates a false urgency in the mind of consumer, and he feels that he has to immediately make this decision. So he throws caution to the wind, and he just jumps into the trap, and therefore this is something which we found that even after say 10 minutes or 15 minutes later, the same caption comes, 2 seats left. So how is it possible that if the consumer has already booked, and so it should have been ideally 1 seat left, I mean if it was a plain simple information. So these are the deceptive practices which are being used by e-commerce, which we call dark patterns, and we came out with guidelines to prevent and prohibit their use. And we've also started taking action on some of the prominent e-commerce entities who were found to be employing these dark patterns.
So ma'am, we've been listening about this term CCPA. So what does this term mean?
CCPA is Central Consumer Protection Authority. It has been set up after the amendment of Consumer Protection Act 2019. So it was set up on 24th July 2020. So CCPA basically looks after class action, something where individual complaints are not entertained, but from the National Consumer Helpline we are able to trace patterns. So the Central Consumer Protection Authority takes action against violation of consumer rights, misleading advertisements or unfair trade practices, and in such cases where consumers are impacted as a class.
As per the recent reports, 90% of the complaints that are received through the National Consumers Helpline are being redressed. This clearly indicates that it has established itself as an efficient means of preventing the consumer's rights. So how can a consumer lodge a complaint, and what are the redressal mechanisms of this National Consumer Helpline?
We have in our country redressal mechanisms both at pre-litigation stage as well as the litigation stage. So at a pre-litigation stage, when the consumer raises his grievance for replacement or refunds or some such things, we have provided a state-of-the-art toll-free number at the National Consumer Helpline, which is 1915. Any consumer who finds that his consumer complaints are not getting redressed by the manufacturer or from where he had bought the commodities, he can immediately, he can through various means, either through website or through apps, which also includes NCH app, Umang app, even through WhatsApp, you can lodge your complaint on the NCH 1915 portal. So the moment we receive the consumer complaint on 1915, it is immediately escalated to a higher level at that company. So we have tried to see that not only 90% of these complaints get satisfactory redressal, but we have also found out that the time that used to be taken to redress the complaint has also been reduced from 45 days to about an average of 21 days. And in some cases of e-commerce, for example, it can be even less than 24 hours.
Ma'am, we've heard a lot about Jan Sunwai. So could you please brief us about what this initiative is?
We thought that why not start Jan Sunwai so that the stakeholders, if they have any concerns with regards to legal metrology, with regards to Bureau of Indian Standards or National Test House where the testing is done. So this is on a weekly basis. We just, we have fixed days and we have the fixed time slot, and my senior officers are there to redress their grievances. So when they are interacting with senior officers of the department and of BIS and NTH and legal metrology, they can be guided, correctly in doing something, or if they have any clarifications to be sought, then they can very easily, get the best guidance.
Ma'am, the use of fake ISI marks, this is a very important problem, or we can say a very concern that is being raised. So what are the remedial measures for the consumers in this regard?
This misuse of ISI is treated very seriously. So BIS has very, very strong provisions to take out such goods where the manufacturer has used ISI mark in a fake way. And we have many examples. You must have heard how BIS team went to some of the major warehouses of e-commerce entities where it was found that certain goods were being sold with fake ISI mark stickers, and therefore they have been seized. These goods have been, the manufacturers have been taken to task. In the ministry also, we tried to raise awareness about ISI mark, and therefore we've taken action against many e-commerce companies who were found to be selling pressure cookers without ISI mark. And we have also, CCPA has imposed penalty on e-commerce entities and has also been able to delist more than 13,000 such listings of pressure cookers which were being sold without ISI mark.
I think a consumer can verify the authenticity of the goods and the products that they are using, and also lodge a complaint through the BIS Care app. So how do you think that this Care app is a one-stop solution for the consumers?
See, it is, first of all, it's very easy. You can just download BIS Care app on your mobile, and when you make a decision to buy something, you can just enter through the ISI license number is there.
Right.
You can immediately fill up that number, and you will come to know about the detailed information about the manufacturer, who is the packer, or if it is an imported item, then what is the who is the importer, and such other things. If the number is being used fictitiously, then naturally it will caution you that it is a bogus product.
So ma'am, what is the message from you to the audience at large?
I would like to say that consumers should be aware, and they should not shy away from registering their complaints. At a pre-litigation stage, you have NCH 1915, which is very easy to reach. At the litigation stage, you can go and file on e-Jagriti, and so let us actually build a very strong ecosystem for protecting consumer rights in our country.
Indeed, ma'am, this conversation was very insightful and it will help us to be more righteous in our choices and our actions as consumers. Thank you very much for being with us here and sparing your time. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
With that, we wrap up this edition of Standards Watch. But before we go, a quick reminder. If you want to learn more about Indian standards or to verify the authenticity of any product, download the BIS Care app. For further queries, visit the BIS website or email us at standardswatch@bis.gov.in. Stay informed, choose quality, and let standards lead the way to a safer, stronger, and more secure future. Namaskar.